in the interest of Kariah Moorhead and Isaac Moorhead, we're here today for an initial permanency hearing. We're conducting this through Zoom.
Jay Michelson on behalf of Father Elijah Hanlon. He's present and we're ready.
Judge Tracy Riley appearing for, I'm the guardian ad litem for the mother, and we're present and ready.
JC Zavala on behalf of the children.
Paternity testing did come back on Mr. Hamlin and Kariah. Came back that he is the father of Kariah, and he also, I have a note that he signed an AOP on Isaac. So we had asked that adjudication today based upon the AOP and the paternity testing on the other child.
Wait, you cut out just a little bit, so I want to make sure. All right, Kariah, we've got. Wait a minute, I'm getting some bad background noise.
Ms. Mills, I don't know if, yeah, I think that's coming from you, the background noise.
Okay, what I'm pretty sure you said, then we've got genetic testing on Kariah, which has not eliminated Mr. Hamlin as the father.
Correct.
And then you found an AOP on Isaac.
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, that was the one that cut out. I just wanted to be sure. All right.
Ms. Mills, if you're ready to give the update now.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. You can go ahead.
All right. Both the kids were moved on August 1st to Sunray, Texas, so they could be closer to home. They're both doing very well in their new placement, seem to be bonding with the new foster mother. They're going to daycare and are just doing really well, both of them.
Okay. How about parents?
Both parents are doing really great too. Koya just moved into a 2-bedroom apartment last week. She has finished just about all of our services. She is still attending counseling. And then Elijah is also doing really well. He still has, he's finished pretty much all of his counseling. He's finished his counseling. He's finished his parenting. He's still got a couple of substance abuse classes to go through. And then we are asking for him to repeat the OSAR due to the positive hair follicle that we got back last month.
Okay. And was that, you said it was a positive hair or positive UA?
It was a positive hair. That the UA was negative.
Okay. All right. Have we gotten the OSAR paperwork sent over?
Yes, we have.
Okay. All right. So we're just waiting on
for an appointment. Yeah. And he's still attending the classes from the last time he went through the OSAR. So he's still involved in those, but we're going to see if he needs a reevaluation.
Okay.
Quick question, positive for what? In a higher level than a prior test or lower? Or
no. So his marijuana use has been steadily decreasing. But he has never tested positive for meth throughout this case, but he did pop positive for meth on his hair at a very low level. He reported to me that he believes his mother was smoking meth in the home. After that test, he left the home and has not been back. He really feels that that's the reason why he tested positive at such a low level. And so he is no longer staying in that environment.
Ms. Mills, when did he leave the home?
I believe it was towards the first part of August. I couldn't say the date.
Okay. Is he living in an apartment by himself now?
No, he's been staying either with friends or in hotels, but he is working on getting him an apartment.
Okay. Are we looking, let's see, that was in July. When are we looking the hair follicle again to see if that goes away?
Usually we do those every 3 months.
Okay. Are we going to try one a little earlier just to see on this due to the circumstances on this one?
I can sure request it. Yes.
But other than that, if that is the explanation for that, other than that, Dad has been doing well.
He has been doing well. Both parents are doing well.
Okay. And they've both been complying with their services and with communication with St. Francis?
Yes, sir.
Are there any other concerns for either mom or dad that we would like to address or that are coming up, or just continue as is with?
Not at this time.
Anything else you need to request from the court today,
I don't believe so.
or any other updates for the court?
I don't think so.
I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Okay, so a couple questions, Ms. Mills. All right, so he's still currently working his classes that were recommended through the first OSAR, correct?
That's correct. Yes.
As long as he's complying and going through and continuing with those classes, I'm not gonna require him to do another OSAR.
Okay.
I suspect we know the answer to why this has come back positive, but you know, unless we get something else down the road that indicates we maybe have an ongoing problem, I'm not gonna have him do another evaluation.
Okay.
I think if he just continues with what he's doing. Now, Mr. Hamlin, that I can change that. I mean, if you have another drug screen that comes back positive again for meth or something like that, then we're talking about a different deal. Okay. All right. Okay. All right then, Ms. Grant.
Nothing really to add, Your Honor. Ms. Moorhead continues to do well. She's in compliance, and we're just hopeful that that continues down the road so that we can complete the case successfully.
Okay, Mr. Michelson.
Nothing more to report other than what Ms. Mills reported. Elijah takes this very seriously. He was quite concerned that he showed positive. He provided a similar explanation and is trying to find a drug-free environment to stay in.
Okay, Ms. Riley, my apologies, I skipped over you. Anything to report?
That's fine, Judge. No, I do not.
Okay, and Ms. Zavala.
Your Honor, I'm really glad the kids are back in region. Kelly was able to go and meet with them in person, and actually got to see the very tail end of Dad's visit, which seemed to go quite well. So I'm very thrilled that they are back in a place where parents can have much better access, and that can continue. So I do recommend that placement continue.
All right, Akasa.
I was able to go to Sunray a few weeks ago, and the kids just seem like they're doing so well. I'm so proud of both of these guys. They just are doing what they can to get their kids back.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you. So I guess we'll kick this back to Ms. Mills at this point. I mean, if we're getting close to completing services, our next hearing is not until December 11th. So are we going to start looking at increasing visits and start looking towards reunification?
Yes, we are working towards reunification, and I can staff with my supervisor about increasing those visits.
Okay. Next question. Are mom and dad on the same page about reunification, or do we need to get everybody set and get ready to go to mediation?
The parents do not get along. I have spoken to them about maybe some co-parenting classes, because at some point they're going to have to co-parent. Right now, they do not like to be around each other at all.
Okay. So Ms. Grant, Mr. Michelson, or Ms. Riley, any objection to them doing some co-parenting?
No objection from the
No,
mother,
I
Your
think
Honor.
that's probably a great idea. I think that's a good idea.
You know, I understand to the parents, I understand it's something else that you're going to have to do, but let me just tell you, it could make the difference in a successful reunification or a very unsuccessful one. So, you know, you all are going to have to figure out how you're going to communicate. There's a lot of different things out there now that we didn't used to have, you know. I mean, people have these sophisticated apps that they use to calendar, you know, all the kids' doctor's appointments. And once they're a little older, their extracurricular activities and, where if they can't, if they just can't communicate in person, very well, then there's other alternatives. So I think the co-parenting would be very beneficial for you all. All right, then I feel like we ought to get that lined up sooner rather than later. So Ms. Mills, I think let's just get that added in. I'm gonna make that a requirement, a new requirement under a service plan.
Yes, ma'am.
We're not, Mr. Hamlin and Ms. Moore, I understand, I'm not trying to pile on and load up more stuff, but we want to leave you all in a lot better position than where we found you. Okay. Okay.
Judge, can I just ask real briefly what the plan is for increased visitation? Because I know that's something that Ms. Moorhead is looking for, and I don't know that she's been told what that plan is. Or what the increase is going to be. I think they've kind of just left it with, it is the way it is for right now. So could we get a little bit of clarification as to that?
Yeah, if she's got that, sure.
Yeah, I'll have to staff with my supervisor and talk to my parent support worker to see availability. The issue in this case is neither parent has transportation, and the visits take place in Dumas. And so St. Francis has been transporting parents to and from Dumas. And so we have to just work it out, but hopefully we can get it increased. Right now it's an hour once a week. Maybe we can get it increased to an hour and a half and then to 2 hours and then so on as we progress into reunification.
Ms. Riley, does that help?
Yeah, I think so. I think Ms. Moorhead just kind of wanted a little bit more info as to when that'll happen, and obviously would like to move towards more than once a week. We know there's difficulties with the transportation, but more than once a week, I think with the age of the kids is probably a goal to get, if we're moving towards reunification.
Okay. I'm good with that. I know there's a lot of moving parts, so we'll do the best that we could do. All right then. Today, Mr. Hamlin, I am going to adjudicate you as the father of both children, Kariah and Isaac, and establish the parent-child relationship between you and the children. So you are legally now the father. There's no going back on that. It's a done deal, okay? All right, I will continue the department as temporary managing conservator, and I'll continue the children's current placement. Finding there's a continuing danger to return the children home today, but that mother and father are both in compliance with their family plans of service. We're going to add a requirement of co-parenting to the family plan of service. And I will see everybody back December 11th of 2025. That's on a 9 o'clock docket for our next review hearing. And hopefully we'll be well on our way to reunification at that point. Mr. Trout, if we get a little bit further down the road, if you all think you need to go ahead and have us appoint a mediator,
Yes, ma'am.
and start working on a final resolution, then let me know and we'll certainly get one appointed.
Yes, ma'am. And I'd like to wait at least till we give Mr. Hamlin another hair follicle, make sure we're good on that. Don't have to go back to an OSAR if something pops up. And then hopefully we'll be on our way to it.
Okay. Okay, then. Thank you all very much. And Mr. Hamlin, Ms. Moorhead, you guys you're doing great. Thank you for all your hard work and your cooperation, and we're headed to a good outcome. So, all right. I'll see y'all back in December. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
In the interest of Journey Ong, we're here for an initial permanency hearing. We're conducting this through Zoom.
Savannah Kincaid, I represent Miss Oliver. I've not had contact with her, but I'm present and ready.
Kenner Rocco for the father, Min Ung. I have not had recent contact with Mr. Ung, but I'm present ready.
Mr. Ivy, if you want to give us an update, that would be great.
Yes, Judge. Journey's doing really good in her placement. Tiffany has a strong bond with her, and she hangs out with Tiffany's family all the time. And we did recently find out that Journey does have like eczema a little bit, and so she has to get lotion a lot. But other than that, she's been doing really good, and she went to a new daycare, and since then, she hasn't had near as many scratches on her face. And so Journey's doing really good in her placement, and there doesn't seem to be any impairments with her. She seems like a normal 6-month-old baby. Min has tested negative on his last 2 tests. He's been clean. He did test positive in June, but he said that's when Tessa was leaving for the rehab, and so he got really stressed out, and then he smoked marijuana. But he's been negative his last 2 tests. He's completed most of his services. Tessa participated in rehab from July 8th to July 20th and then left against the advice of the rehab. She continues to test positive. On her last 2 tests, since she left the rehab, her levels were lower, but she still is positive for opiates. And she's completed a handful of services. I'd say about 1/3 of them.
Mr. Ivy, as far as the positive test with mom, has she provided you I know at one point there was a question on whether she had prescriptions for certain drugs.
She has not.
She has not provided you anything. No. Okay. Have you inquired about those?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But you said the levels have been going down some?
Yes, sir. And she did tell me that she hasn't shown me any evidence from a doctor or anything, and I've asked her for them, but she said she has some kind of heart condition, and that's why she takes these pain medications. It's because her chest hurts.
Okay. If you would ask about those prescriptions some more, if she's taking certain things, then she needs prescriptions for those. What other services does mom need? Has she started that needs to complete?
She is going to have to do her OSAR again since she went to the rehab. She got out and she's testing positive still. She's completed her counseling. She needs to complete her parenting classes, and she'll have to do I'm assuming she's going to do an outpatient rehab service.
Okay. Have you discussed that with her yet?
I have. She told me she was going to be clean this next test, and I told her if she's not, she has to promise me she's going to go do the OSAR, and
Okay. Is she willing to do an outpatient?
She said she is.
Did she tell you why she left the inpatient?
She said she wasn't getting along with the staff there. That she didn't get specific with me, but she did tell me that she just felt like they were being very aggressive with her, and they made a complaint about her for being mean to the staff there, and she said that she was never mean to anybody, and so she just didn't feel welcome.
Okay. Has she completed or started her psychological or tried to get that set up yet?
I believe she's completed her psychological.
Okay. You said she still got a few parenting classes to finish up?
She hasn't started her parenting classes through Padre yet.
Okay. The 6 counseling sessions through Nexus, how many more does she have to do?
She completed 6 counseling sessions, which is what we require for the minimum. But she stated that she wants to do additional counseling.
Okay.
And that she's participating in it. Her and Min have also requested to do couples counseling, which I've set up for them. It's just they have to schedule it now.
Okay. All right. And you said she's already done her rational behavior.
Yes.
Okay. And then with Min, you have in here that he completed 2 sessions through the Padre. How many sessions does he need to do in that?
He 6 sessions through Padre, and then he has 6 counseling sessions, and he's already, I believe, most of the way through both of those. He's completed the OSAR, his RBT,
Okay.
and now it's just the couples counseling for him and Tessa, and finishing his parenting counseling, and Min's doing really good.
Okay. And on both parents, you have in your report that neither one had completed the psychological, but you said you thought mom already had.
I'm sorry, no, she hasn't. Neither of them have. I believe they scheduled it, but then they weren't able to make it for the scheduled time, and so they just need to reschedule it.
Okay. All right. So with parents right now, we just need them to wrap up the few services they've started and complete. And we need to get the drug screens to negatives.
Yes, I think the hardest thing to do is going to be getting Tessa's drug screens to negative. Because all he's ever tested positive for is marijuana.
Okay.
And he was negative in the beginning of the case and then had 1 positive test on a UA, and now he's back to being negative.
Okay. How are visitations with parents going?
Good. I mean, Journey's 6 months old, so there's not much to it, but parents are cooperative. They show up to visits. I think there's only been 2 that they've missed from one was late and getting caught by a train, and another one they just overslept and said they weren't going to be able to make it in time.
Okay. Are we looking to increase visits with them anytime soon?
I'm increasing Min's visits to 2 hours, and then Tessa's I'm leaving at 1. As soon as Tessa can start testing negative, I told her if she provides me 2 negative tests, I'll start increasing her visits as well.
Okay. Will that also change if she provides you prescriptions for the drugs that she's positive? Okay. All right. If you'll just reiterate with her that we need to see those prescriptions if she's got them.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I'll pass the witness, Charlotte.
All right. Ms. Kincaid?
Mr. Ivy, can you drop the phone number that you've got for Miss Oliver in the chat just so I can make sure that the phone number I have is still current?
The phone number I put is Miss Oliver's number. That's their only working phone right now.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's all I have, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Naranjo.
No questions, Your Honor.
Okay, anything to report today, Ms. Naranjo?
I haven't had any recent contact with Mr. Ung, but hopefully with this new phone number, we'll be able to get in contact with him.
Okay, and Ms. Kincaid, when you make contact, stress how important it is we get, if she's got prescriptions, how important it is we get those.
Yes, Your Honor, I will. And the phone number that I have on file for her is not the one Mr. Ivy provided, so now I can hopefully get in touch with her.
Okay, very good. All right, Ms. Zavala?
Your Honor, I got to meet with Journey about 2 weeks ago in person. She's doing great. It was really good to see her. And I do recommend that placement continue for her.
All right, thank you. All right, we'll continue the department as temporary managing conservator and continue the child's current placement. I would find there's a continuing danger to return the child home at this time, but I am going to find that Mr. Ong is in compliance with his family plan of service and that mother is in partial compliance with her family plan of service. I'm going to order Ms. Oliver to an outpatient program. I mean, I think we've got a demonstrated history that it's something she really needs to do. So I'm going to court order her. I don't really care which one it is, you know, wherever she can kind of get signed up and get going.
And you said outpatient, Your Honor?
Outpatient. And I will see y'all back then. Our next review hearing will be December 11th of 2025. That'll be on a 9 o'clock docket. Okay, appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Ivy. In the interest of Jimmy Madrona III and cause number 98888D in the interest of Zeus Luna. We're here today in each case on a review hearing. We are conducting this through Zoom or live streaming. And Ms. Galvan is making our record.
Jay Michelson on behalf of the father, Jimmy Madrona Jr. I have not had any contact with him.
Tracy Riley, and I'm appearing for the unknown father, who I also have had no contact with. Sorry.
Judge, I am here on unknown father in the Zeus Luna case.
Stacy Zavala on behalf of the boys.
Okay, just Ms. Alford, if you've got any new contact information for either parent, if you put it in the chat at some point.
Yes, I'll put the last thing I have.
That'd be helpful. Okay. All right.
Your Honor, before Ms. Alford starts with her update, I just had a quick question on the I know we're set for final on these cases in November.
Right.
On the Luna case, Cody Randall was personally served. He is currently in federal prison. I didn't know if we need to get a attorney appointed to him. He's never asked for one, but he was personally served, but he's sitting incarcerated right now.
Was he given the paperwork to fill out?
I assume he probably was, but I don't know. I'll have to ask Ms. Alford on that if that has been sent. Ms. Alford?
Yes, I did provide that to him.
Do we know where he is?
Yes, in Oklahoma.
Well, I guess it really depends on what direction the department is requesting to go at a final.
Okay.
Yeah, if we're going to be if there's going to be a request for termination of parole rights, then I think absolutely we need to get him an attorney. If we're looking at some other disposition, then probably not.
Okay.
So what is the goal in that case, the stated goal in that case right now?
It is relative adoption.
Okay. Okay, so I think then we need to go ahead and get somebody appointed to represent Mr. Randall. Okay, anything else?
That was it on that I wanted to address first before I forgot about it, Your Honor.
All right. Okay, then, Ms. Alford, if you want to go ahead and provide our update.
Okay. Not a whole lot of updates since the court report, except for I went and saw the boys last week and I was talking to their placement. I haven't been able to get in contact with mom in the last about month and a half or so. Well, really about a month. But placement had let me know that she had spoken to mom and that mom told her she wanted to sign her rights over. I did let the attorneys know that, provided them that information last week, but I haven't been able to get a hold of her about anything yet. She has not drug screened since July. She was supposed to do a hair strand at the end of July and in August and did not do that. So boys are doing well. They're pretty rambunctious, but placement is doing great with them. She wants to move forward with adoption if termination is the plan. So that's about it.
Okay, so the goal in both cases is relative adoption.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Ms. Alford, as far as trying to get in touch with mom, what was your normal means of getting in touch with her?
I have a cell phone and email address.
Okay. Is the phone number not working anymore, or is mom just not answering?
She's just not answering.
Okay, so it still shows an active number, just
yes.
No callbacks, no. Okay.
Correct.
And how often do you try to get in touch with her monthly?
At least, but usually more.
At least what?
At least monthly, but usually more.
Okay, all right. 2 or 3 times a month or just?
Yes.
Okay. Does she normally, prior to her kind of going, not responding anymore, was she answering emails to you?
Emails and texts, yes.
Okay, and emails responses from emails have quit also?
Yes.
Okay. Both children doing well in their placement?
Yes, very well.
Any concerns with the children, all up to date on medical?
Nope, they're both doing great.
Okay. Have you had any luck in locating Jimmy Madrona Jr.?
No, I have not.
Run all your accurate searches and everything looking for him?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you ever had any good addresses for him?
No.
You stated on the Zeus Luna case that you did send the attorney paperwork to Mr. Randall.
I did.
Okay. Do you ever get any responses back from him?
I have not.
Okay. And you stated he is in federal lockup in Oklahoma, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm assuming before mom quit contact, she gave you no other names for possible fathers. I know we have unknown fathers in both cases, but has mom ever given you any other names?
No, she has not.
Okay. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Any hope of getting Mr. Randall genetic tested in the time we got left?
We can try. I know we've had luck getting some done pretty quick. We just haven't had, some of them have taken longer.
I have another one in Oklahoma right now, and I'm still waiting, and that's been since May.
Well, I guess.
We can try, Judge, is whatever the court wants to do on that. I mean, he's never asked, he's personally served, he's never asked us
Yeah.
for. And I know that some of these are taking quite a while. I mean, I've had a few where we've put in orders and, it'll be a month or two before I even get a date set to get a draw done.
Well, we'll get somebody appointed to represent him, and then if they want to make that request, then they can. And I mean, otherwise, he's been personally served, and so.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And we hate to cut Mr. Hill out of the fun, if so. Okay. All right, then, Mr. Hammonds, anything to report?
No, Miss Alford, did placement, had they told you that Miss Solis has just kind of, I don't know, gone back to her old ways, or what's your suspicion?
She didn't say it in those words. She said that that mom had just reported that she wanted to sign her rights over and she couldn't handle this anymore. And that was all she said.
Okay. Because she was living with that couple in Floydada, correct?
Correct. And she did let me know back in July that she had either gotten kicked out or moved out, and she had lost her job. She was working like as a home health aide for that family. And
Right.
she either got fired or she quit, and then that's kind of when she quit having contact with me.
Okay. And do you have my cell phone number in your phone by chance?
I do.
Okay. Would you be able to just text me the last contact info you had for her?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine, Judge.
All right, Mr. Michelson.
Nothing new to report. I would just ask Jordan Alford, if she's ever had any contact with Mr. Madrona, or the records indicate any contact with Mr. Madrona?
I have not.
Okay. Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, sir, thank you. And Ms. Riley?
Judge, I don't have anything. I don't think there's been any, since the beginning of the case, any further information from mom or anyone else that would help lead us to who potentially could be the father. So I have nothing new.
All right, Mr. Hill.
Judge, nothing new. My answer would be the exact same as Ms. Riley's.
Excuse me. All right, Ms. Zavala.
Your Honor, the boys are doing great. They are placed with an aunt in Lubbock. Kelly was able to visit them in person the other day. We've got no concerns about that placement, and they are doing really well. So we absolutely recommend that that continue.
All right, thank you. All right, then today we will continue the department as temporary managing conservator and continue both children's placement with the aunt. I would find there's a continuing danger to return the children home to any of the named or alleged parents, and that no parent is in compliance with their service plans. I'll see everybody back for our final on November 4th of 2025. That's on a 9 o'clock docket. And of course, as stated, we'll get an attorney appointed to Mr. Randall ASAP, so they've got some time. All right, I appreciate y'all. Thank you. And unless you've got to hang around, have a good rest of your day.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Judge, yeah, Judge, could I ask you a question about our 3 o'clock hearing real quick?
Sure. I may not, or may not have any answers, but
well, if you remember, this was a court-ordered services case.
Right.
My individual, Ethan Richardson, had not been served yet. So therefore we kicked it. In the interim, Judge, I found out I've got a murder case coming up. I've got a co-defendant that's wanting to talk to the police. We're kind of under time constraints. So they went ahead and set it for today at 1:30, but I could anticipate that taking more than an hour and a half or so. So I'm just wanting to let you know, I've talked to Ethan's mom. She said Ethan's phone is broken. She may or may not see Ethan over the weekend. I told her if she sees him, give him my cell phone, have him call me. He has not. Mom kind of indicated he doesn't want to be involved with the department. I think there might be some alleged drug activity involved and, not wanting to test, things like that. So if I'm not present at 3 o'clock, I don't know what I can tell you, that would help you make a decision at 3 o'clock. I don't know if he's been served or not, Judge, because I think he's made himself scarce.
I'll get Ms. Katie to check service on him.
Okay. I fully intend to join at 3 o'clock. It's just, I don't know how involved they're going to get in the questioning of this young man.
Yeah.
We're just meeting in the grand jury room. There's going to be 3-4 detectives there. I think we can possibly get it done in about an hour, hour and a half, but, I'll call Miss Katie if there's going to be a problem.
Okay. All right. Yeah, just you can keep us posted. That's
And
fine.
I don't see a return citation for him, so I don't know if he's been served or not.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And if you remember, Judge, Brooks was gonna talk to you. Mom is kind of the non-offending party.
Right.
So, there might be some issues there that, family-based safety services or something like that might be an alternative, but, I understand the department and their recommendation, so.
Okay. Well, we'll just see what develops this afternoon.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, thank
Thank-
you.
Thanks for letting me know.
All right, goodbye.
This is the Department of Family and Protective Services versus Timber Hudson and Ethan Richardson, and this is in the interest of Hazley and Hartley Richardson. We're here today for a request on court-ordered services. Are we ready to just wade into testimony, or do we have anything worked out?
Go ahead, TD.
Yeah, Judge, I can tell you, Ethan and I have discussed it. He'd be willing to cooperate with the department and do any services or counseling that they're suggesting.
Okay. Mr. Barfield?
In regards to my client, whom I consider a non-offending parent, she's certainly willing to cooperate to the extent that it does not interfere with her nursing classes, and she also works through time, which we kind of addressed at the last hearing. In conversations with Mr. Graff, in the attorney breakout room, he indicated that the department wasn't really trying to his knowledge at the time, really have her do too many taxing services given the circumstances of this particular case. I know, and then he went out in the breakout room, and I'm assuming that's maybe what they discussed. I'm just guessing, maybe not, who knows. So we kind of need to know what that might look like before my client can absolutely, I don't want to overcommit her because she still has the kids in her possession, and we just don't need to overburden her.
Okay, I know we discussed at the prior hearing and maybe some kind of co-parenting issues or maybe some codependency type issues, but which probably could be addressed in individual counseling.
Yes.
So, Mr. Graff, have you all discussed what the department would be looking at?
Yes, Your Honor, we have, and I think Your Honor hit the nail on the head. We're not looking to overburden mom. We honor and respect the fact that she's in school and working and taking care of two kiddos. We do believe some counseling would be appropriate in this circumstance. I know that my client had some contact with mom last week. But typically in an OTP case, it will go over to FBSS, and then the FBSS worker will do the intake, and then kind of direct the parent. So I think we can't be more specific than that today, but we are willing to accommodate the work schedule, and again, not looking for something onerous. I think individual counseling can address the issues as Your Honor indicated, and if she's willing to do that, we're willing to work with her.
Ms. Hudson?
As long as it's in my school, I heard Mr. Graff just mention just work schedules. So as long as that's accommodating to both of my schedules, I am more than willing to go ahead and follow through with those services.
Great.
And with Ms. Hudson, your attorney knows that at any point in time, if we hit a wall and we're having a problem about something, we don't have to wait to the next scheduled hearing, which in this case would be November. So, if we have a problem and we need to get together, he knows how to make that happen. Okay. So, okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, so then, Mr. Barfield, would then your intent be that you all are announcing you are willing to work with the department?
Sure, absolutely, Judge, and that was always the case, and we can kind of figure this one out somewhat as we go. I think because we're at a real early stage here. My client has been in really good contact with me, and so I think this is one that we'll be able to get figured out. I really do.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Ms. Zavala, you on board with all this?
I am, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Zavala, have you been able to see your clients yet?
I have not, but I have not attempted to at this point. Generally in these cases, until it's actually ordered, that's when we reach out.
Okay. So Ms. Hudson, it's important, since the children are with you, it's important you know who Ms. Zavala is. Were you able to see her on screen?
I don't know if you can see me if I'm not talking, so maybe this will help.
Okay, she is the children's attorney and she will be checking in on them periodically and needs access to them, and we'll need to see them, at home, and just be aware that she does have certain obligations with respect to the kiddos to adequately represent them.
Yeah, and yeah, and I'll just say right now, Timber, just cooperate with Stacy. She's got a job to do, and you don't have to run that through me. And I mean, if you have questions, just ask. But she just work with her.
And we've got a flexible schedule. I'll work with you. I don't want to mess with school or work or anything. I know how important that is. So we can do evenings, weekends, whatever works best for you.
Awesome. And if they are, or excuse me, if they are with her, I'm sorry, if they are with me, do you have my contact information and everything?
I'll make sure to get information for everybody.
Awesome.
Okay. All right. Just wanted you all to know who Ms. Zavala is, and she's her assistant, maybe the one that actually reaches out to contact you all too. So just be mindful that that's who they are. So
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
okay. All right then.
Judge Ethan has indicated to me that he's been cooperating initially with the department. I guess they had him submit some drug tests which were clean. There are no orders in place right now. I mean, the two of them have just been agreeable as far as visitation with the girls. I just don't know, are we able to put anything in place? I mean,
Well, I would ask Mr. Graff what the department's position is about that. Obviously, obviously, I don't want the children being left in the home unattended for, any period of time. They're just too young.
Of course, Your Honor. I mean, on my defense, they were inside. I did have a monitor. They were asleep. I understand they were in here, technically in the home by themselves. They weren't unsupervised though. I was out in a detached garage, but never leave them alone. I mean, I got a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old next week. So
yeah, we would ask that they be supervised, and certainly him be sober whenever he's got parenting time with the kiddos.
Did you say you want the visit supervised?
No, I said we would want to make sure he's I misspoke, but he's
at the kids
supervising the children anytime he's exercising parenting time, and he's not in another room. He's not down the, in the casita or whatever the situation was.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Why don't we just say, I'm fine for parents to continue to work together on time with the kids, but why don't we just enter as a part of this order that obviously the children will not be left unsupervised for any period of time, and there won't be any substance use, illegal or alcohol while you have possession of the children.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Your Honor. I understand. I've been sober for about 5 years off of drugs. Alcohol, it's been pretty recent. It's been about a month. So.
Okay. Well, I'm just, alcohol is legal, but I can't impose an order that says that you don't consume while you have possession of the kids.
I'm not supposed to anyway. That's one of my orders of probation, Your Honor.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, that's even a bigger reason.
For sure. Yeah.
So.
And I believe Ben has talked to my probation officer. I don't know if she wants to speak on that, or she already has.
Yeah, I think the report from.
I mean, Judge, do you just want to leave it then to the agreement of the parties as far as visitation of the kids, or how do you want to do that?
I'm comfortable with that as long as they get along, and cooperate with one another.
Okay.
Under those parameters,
Your Honor.
Okay.
So, folks, I honestly think this is a case that we should be in and out of quickly.
Yes, Your Honor.
probably much more quickly than a lot of our cases. But, you know, so let's just say, like I said, in the interim, I'm going to allow y'all to continue to co-parent and work out your visitation. Again, if you hit a wall and you got a problem, then that's why we're here.
Right, for sure. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. All right, does anybody have any other information or questions?
No, Judge.
No, Judge.
No, Your Honor.
I actually do have a question. I'm Miss Hudson. So if I'm understanding correctly, it's going to be counseling and co-parenting classes that I'm asked to do, correct?
Yeah, and then, you know, that it may start with some individual counseling and then move into the co-parenting.
Yeah.
But that's,
Sorry, Judge.
She has to repeat that last part she said. I didn't hear it.
Ms. Hudson, repeat what the last thing was you said.
Yes, I just wanted some clarification on what the department was requiring me to do as far as services.
Right, it's what we've talked about. You know, you all are going to sit down and they're going to go through and it'll be in writing, you know, exactly what they're asking for you to do. You'll have the opportunity to have your lawyer look at that, talk to your lawyer about that. If there's some disagreement with that you all can't work out, that's what I was saying. Again, he knows how to contact my office and say, we've hit a wall, we need a hearing. Okay. So, but I suspect that's going to be, you know, the basis of it.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. All right, then. All right. I appreciate your all's cooperation and your agreement in this. So we will enter an order to participate in the case. With the provisions that you all can continue to work together to schedule visitation, and that neither of you will leave the children unsupervised for any period of time or use any illegal substance or alcohol while in possession of the children.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
And I do want to say one thing else. I apologize. Last week missing, you know, the court docket date. I would never serve papers. And I didn't have a phone. I didn't have no contact, no way to contact. So I do apologize for wasting y'all's time.
The sheriff has been out attempting to serve you. And so maybe if they've left you a card or a phone, you can call them and then come hand you the papers. Although you have appeared in court now.
Yes,
so,
Your Honor.
yeah, technically you've appeared. It's sort of like being served, but
right. And I have got them over email, like I said last week, but I just want to say I apologize for wasting y'all's time. Thank you.
Okay. All right, then. I will see you all back for a compliance hearing on November 18th of 2025. That will be on a 9 o'clock docket.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank y'all. Appreciate it.
Okay. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
In the interest of Oakley and Axel Groder, we're here on our final today, or set for our final today.
Bailey Sapien on behalf of Hayden Groder. I do not see my client, but I'm ready.
All right, and Ms. Douglas, Mercy Douglas, the mother, is present. We've not seen her attorney, Mr. Morales, yet, but we do have a mediated settlement agreement, so we're going to go ahead and proceed unless we have some other hiccup. All right, then, Mr. Trout?
Yes, ma'am. Your Honor, the parties mediated this case and came to an agreement that the children would be placed with dad on August 28th under a monitored return. We also agreed that the mother's visitations be extended to 3 hours a week beginning in August on the 19th, and visitations would be supervised by the department. Mother would complete her service plans. Those include her anger management, OSAR assessment and follow-up recommendations, individual counseling, as well as drug testing and the rest of the items listed that she had not completed on service plans. And that the father agreed to be adjudicated of both the children. We had not done that yet, but he is agreeing to be adjudicated. And that is our agreement right now. We'd be asking for of course, the monitor to return to continue in the case until we see how that goes and we can get out.
Okay, and Mr. Groder has he logged in, so he is also present. All right, let's see. Okay, then, so Ms. Douglas, does this sound like what you all agreed to?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, and Ms. Sapien?
Yes, Judge, we agree with the announcement. And that is the outline of the mediated settlement agreement. We just asked the court to make that their order.
Okay. And Ms. Zavala?
Your Honor, I do believe the agreement is in the children's best interest. I am glad that they are both home with dad now, and do recommend that the agreement be entered as an order.
All right, I appreciate it. Okay, so instead of proceeding on a final today, then I'm going to go ahead and adjudicate Hayden Groder is the father of Oakley Groder and Axel Groder and establish the parent-child relationship between them. Mr. Groder, you are now legally their dad. So I always tell people, there's no backing out now, okay?
Yes,
Okay. All right, then. I am going to go ahead and order a monitored return of the children to Mr. Groder. We'll increase mom's visits as has been agreed upon. We expect her to continue to work through her service plan. And let's see, we got a new dismissal date calculated yet?
March 6th of 2026, Your Honor.
Okay. So for parents, your attorneys may have told you this, but the monitored return gives us an additional 6 months in the case. So although we have that 6 months, doesn't mean we always use that whole 6 months. So it really just depends on how everything's going and the progress that's being made. We've got a new setting for December 16th for a final. So if things are going well and all of that, then if y'all need to mediate again before that, let us know. I would assume we would probably just send you back to the same mediator.
Yes, ma'am.
So as not to duplicate effort, but if we get to December and there's for whatever reason, then we've got a few more months. But we sure would like to try to wrap it up and get out of your all's lives and so let's try to make December the finish line if we can. Okay, then I'll sign the order for monitor to return when that's presented to me, and I'll see everybody back December 16th, 2025 on a 9 o'clock docket.
Your Honor, do we need to do a review hearing today? A quick review hearing just to make sure.
Oh, probably, yeah. I'm just getting the cart before the horse, I guess.
You're good.
I mean, I've read the report, so I know, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and we'll just do a short review. So, Ms. Tidwell, if you want to just give us a quick update, that'd be great.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, Mercy's done quite a bit since that court report. She has an OSAR scheduled She has her anger management class scheduled for September the 20th. She has a therapy session scheduled today, and then we'll have one more after today. And then she's not able to take meds at this time, but she does have an appointment with a psychiatrist at Texas Tech on October the 20th. And both Mercy Douglas and Hayden Groder's drug screens were negative for August. And then, oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, the children were placed home with that.
Excuse me? Yes, yes, on August 28th.
Okay. Everything go well with that transition?
Yes, everything is going real smooth. Hayden and he's a great father, and the kids are very bonded to Hayden. So I'm very impressed and pleased with Hayden and the monitored return of Oakley and Axel.
Okay. All right. And sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Anything else on parents?
I'm gonna say Hayden's completed 8 weeks of BIP.
Okay. And so he's still got a few more weeks to do that. He's doing that, is that through us and through a probation program, or is he just doing it through us?
No, probation wouldn't allow it, so he's just doing it through us.
Okay, all right. But he is still currently active working on that program.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right. Since Mr. Morales isn't present, let me just ask Ms. Douglas, do you have any questions or anything you want
Your
to?
Honor, Mr. Morales just called me back, and I think he's logging in right now.
Okay. All right. I'll skip over you, Ms. Douglas. Let's see if we get him in.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
Ms. Sapien, thank you. And anything today to discuss?
I don't have anything. Hayden, did you have any concerns that you needed to address today?
No, ma'am.
Okay, great. Nothing from us, Judge.
Okay. And Ms. Zavala?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Anything, nothing else to report today, Ms. Zavala?
No, Your Honor. The kids were doing great the last time that I saw them. I'm looking forward to getting to see them in Dad's home the next time. But I feel good about where we're going.
Okay. All right. Mr. Morales has joined us now. So, Mr. Morales, anything to report today? Your client has been present and said that everything as announced was what she agreed to, and that Ms. Tidwell's indicated she's made some more progress since the court report was filed. So we're headed in a good direction.
No, Judge, that's all I had to report. Mercy, like I said, we kind of had a slow start, but she's really hitting the gas now, and things are looking a lot better. I think these two parents are going to really be able to co-parent, and I think they'll prove that in 2 months.
Okay. All right. Okay, then today I'm going to adjudicate Hayden Groder as the father of the children and establish the parent-child relationship, order the monitor to return, increase mom's visits as agreed, set the new dismissal date, March 6th, 2026. I'll sign that order. Our final will be set for December 16th of 2025 on a 9 o'clock docket, and I'll also sign the review order per this review hearing that we've conducted today. So I'll see everybody back in December.
Yes, ma'am.
And or sign an agreed order if we have one, which would be great.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thank
John.
y'all.
Thank you.
Thanks to parents for working hard for us. We appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am.
In the interest of Kinley, Caden, and Kylan Moore, we're here today set for our adversary in this matter. We are conducting this through Zoom. We are live streaming, and Ms. Galvan is making our record today. Okay, we'll go ahead and take announcements.
Daniel Trow for the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services. We are present ready, Your Honor.
Savannah Kincaid, I represent Ms. Blount. We're present and ready.
Stacy Zavala on behalf of the children.
All right, thank you. Okay, let's just talk about the status of any service on Mr. Moore.
Yes, Your Honor. That we did get a return citation. It looks like he was served on August 26th in Guadalupe County. He is incarcerated. Paperwork has been mailed to him, nothing has been returned back. So I did not know what the court wanted to do today. He is alleged on all three children, has been personally served, but have not gotten paperwork back for an attorney yet.
Okay.
Well, it's ready.
Well, we'll go ahead and proceed today. If we've reached an agreement with mother and he's obviously not in a position where he could take possession of the children at this time or provide a safe or stable environment for them. And so, you know, I won't make obviously any ruling or adjudication of his rights or anything like that today. So, I think there's not any real harm in proceeding. So
Yes, ma'am.
that way we can move forward and mom can get working on her services and, you know.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right then. Okay, so, Mr. Trout, do you know what the terms of the agreement are?
Terms of agreement, Your Honor, would be for the department to retain temporary managing conservatorship of the children. Mom to work services and cooperate with the department. We're not asking for any child support or medical support at this time. Is the agreement right now, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Kincaid, does that sound like what you and your client have agreed to?
That is our agreement, Your Honor. And on Friday, I believe she provided some family member name and phone numbers so that hopefully we can get them into placement with family.
Okay, very good.
And Your Honor, I spoke to Mr. Pham just a second ago. He did state that mom had sent him a list of family members and people to look at.
Okay. Okay, very good. Ms. Zavala?
Your Honor, I was able to Zoom with the children. They had also provided me a long list of potential family members. I know that the department in St. Francis were working through those names and trying to reach people, and hopefully mom's names will be helpful as well. But they are doing quite well in placement, getting to participate in sports, and they're excited about that. They do wish to be home and with family if possible, but I think everybody's working on that.
Okay. All right, great. Have we had any contact with any other relatives of the father, of the alleged father?
Mr. Pham? And Judge, I can take some testimony on this if we need to. If you want me to go through that during testimony.
I just was curious if we had any contact with anybody on his side of the family.
No, Your Honor. We only contacted him, and the only person that he brought up was his current long-term girlfriend. He didn't give me any other information.
Okay. All right.
I believe two of the names that the children provided were on father's side. I think that was in an email, and I can resend that if I need to. Now, they don't have the contact information for those people, just names.
Okay. We'll sort through it all.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Trout, is there anything else that the department needs to present today?
Not really, Your Honor. You know, it would be mostly that Dad is incarcerated. They spoke to him one time. Paperwork had been sent to Dad. Nothing's been returned yet. And Mr. Pham informed me that he was in the process of setting up another phone call with the law library, an appointment so that he can speak to Dad again.
Okay. Okay. That sounds good to me. Okay, then, I'm gonna find the evidence is sufficient to name the Department of Family and Protective Services as the temporary managing conservator of all three children. We will continue their current placement. Obviously, we'll look at the family members, the names that have been provided to us, and I assume maybe mom has given an indication of what priority. She would want those people looked at. Mr. Pham is nodding his head in the affirmative. So if we have someone appropriate, we'll go ahead and start on home studies. So I'm not going to order any child support or medical support for mom to pay at this time. Obviously, I'm not ordering anything on an alleged father at this time. My inclination is to go ahead and order genetic testing. And, you know, in the event he doesn't return an attorney request or whatever, but I'm, you know, we're early in the case. I mean, I'll defer to what the department wants to do about it, but.
Your Honor, I do know in the affidavit, when Mr. Pham spoke to Dad, he stated he was hoping to be released next month. Whether that happens or not, I don't know. If we get genetic testing set up for him to be drawn in jail there and he gets out, I don't know where we will find him then. I don't know if we want to go ahead and do it or if we want to wait till he possibly gets out and see where he ends up if we can get it then.
I showed he had a release date of 2027. Is this parole or would he be done, Mr. Pham? Do you know?
I believe it would be parole, Your Honor.
Okay.
Let me look at him real quick, Your Honor. Mr. Pham, which institution is he in right now? Do you know the name of the one he's in? I can't remember.
Yes, one moment. Let me just pull it up. I apologize for the hold up.
No problem.
Good.
Allred, Allred, or Allred.
And that's is it Allred or is it the Bridgeport? Because I'm showing in TDCJ Bridgeport with somebody with is it Paul Anthony?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah, Judge, I think we can go ahead and do it. It shows he was denied parole on March 6th of 2025, and he's showing his next parole review is March of 26.
Okay. I just think go ahead and order it now. Get that dealt with. So, all right, so I'll order genetic testing on Mr. Moore, Paul Moore, for all the children. And I'll sign the order when we get it. Our status hearing will be on October 16th of 2025. That'll be on a 9 o'clock docket.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Blount. Between now and the next hearing, they're going to talk to you about services, what they want you to work, what kind of things they're going to want you to do. You can start on those right away. No reason to wait. And I appreciate your cooperation in giving us family names. So I'll see you back in October, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you all very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Judge, can I speak to Ms. Zavala before she gets away?
Sure.
I know she may still be a little jet lagged, but I need to.
Yeah.
Mr. Pham, I appreciate it, Mr. Pham. You are free to go. Thank you.
All right. You guys can go to 2.
Thank you.
All right, Judge, I think that's it for me today. May I be excused?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Judge.
In the interest of Chloe Villela, we are here for an initial permanency hearing.
Bailey Sapien on behalf of Robert Vallela. I have not had any contact with my client, Your Honor. I've had contact with his sister, and she hasn't heard from either. I'm not expecting him today, but I am present and as ready as I can be.
Your Honor, Meredith Graff appearing for Angel Parks. I have not had any contact with Ms. Parks and have no way to reach her or anyone who knows how to reach her. So I'm as ready as I can be. I've read the report and I'm ready to proceed.
Okay, Mr. Outley, I think you're gonna give us the update. Is that correct?
Chloe's doing well. She's starting to sit up. She's fascinated with the phone already. She likes to watch people on her cell phone. She enjoys music, like cartoons. She's bonded really close to the family, and she's eating and sleeping on schedule.
How about parents, what kind of efforts have you gone through to locate parents, and have you been able to speak to them?
I haven't spoken to them at all. I checked they're both homeless, so I checked like the Salvation Army, Tyler Resource. I talked to Robert's sister. I've checked the Spur Motel where they've been known to stay. Just haven't been able to locate them at all.
Have you run accurate searches or any type of online searches to see if you can locate them?
Yes.
Has it come back with any information, phone numbers, addresses, anything?
No.
How often do you check on those monthly?
These, to go look for them, or which part are you talking about?
All the above. How
At least
often
like
do you try to locate them?
3 or 4 tries. I even asked the sister, has she talked to them? No, nothing.
Okay. Safe to say, since nobody's had any contact, there's been no visitations.
No.
Haven't been able to start any services with parents.
No.
Haven't been able to try any drug screens or to get them to drug screen for you.
No.
Just absolutely no contact throughout the life of this case at this time.
Yes.
Okay. But everything's going well with placement in the child.
Yes.
Any concern? I understand she's doing well. Any concerns at all with the child?
Not at all.
Okay. Making all of her milestones?
Yes.
Okay. Medical up to date?
Yes.
Is placement motivated for long term, or are we going to be looking for another long term if parents don't?
They're motivated for long term.
Okay. All right. Are they already licensed or working on that?
I don't think she's going to be licensed. I think her husband's doesn't have his papers or something like that. So.
All right. So is placement their family, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thanks, sir. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Graff, anything today?
No, Your Honor, I have nothing to add. Thank you.
All right, Ms. Sapien?
Nothing to add, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Zavala?
Your Honor, as reported, Chloe's doing great. She's placed with an aunt, also with her brother. I've got no concerns about that placement and absolutely recommend that continue.
All right, then. All right, first of all, we're going to set it for an early final in December. So our next review date was December 11th. So that's going to become our final. That'll be on a 9 o'clock docket.
Your Honor, one thing with Mr. Outley real quick. Mr. Outley, if you could get us a affidavit of your efforts to locate parents, we'll have to try to publish, Your Honor. We have not been able to get the parents published or served at this time because we have not been able to locate them either. So we'll have to go through publication on.
Sure, that's fine. That should give you plenty of time.
Okay.
So December 11th, 2025 on a 9 o'clock docket, I'll continue the department as temporary managing conservator, find that there would be a continuing danger to return the child home at this time, and that neither parent is in compliance with their family plans of service. All right, I appreciate everybody. Thank you, and I'll see you back in December.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you so much.